Pilots N Paws is a rescue organization which lets pets fly the friendly skies from rescues and shelters to their brand new homes. They were nice enough to allow Pearl and I to ride along for the day, where we met pilot Jeff Bennett and ultimately Splash the Dalmation, whom we transported from Orlando, Florida to Fort Lauderdale, Florida to her new home.
I found it in an AOPA magazine, Aircraft Owner Pilots Association. They did an article on Pilots N Paws, and so I looked it up and signed up and just started flying missions. I've got several dogs of my own, and I knew there was a need for saving animals, so I figure I've got a plane, I got the time. You know, everybody helps in ways that they're able to. This is a way that we all work together to save their lives. Well, some of the dogs are a little nervous when you're first taxiing out, and there'll be a little bit of barking, but once you get in the air, they usually calm down. They almost always go to sleep. I transport a lot of puppies. They can be a lot of fun. I fly a Cirrus SR-22. It's a 4-seat aircraft. I usually remove the 2 back seats. As a result, I can fit in 6 crates.
Parachute on the plane, right?
Parachute comes out back here, and the whole plane will be under chute if we need it. We're not going to need the plane anymore if we have to use it.
Oh God, that's not trust-inspiring.
You want to be able to touch the rudders up there.
Okay. Or not. He wants me to touch the rudders.
Comfortable?
Bad idea.
Here we go. Once we got off the ground, Pilot Jeff and I chatted the entire way, all about his dogs and my dogs, and all about Pilots N Paws. I found out that this was his 288th dog that he was transporting. Pilots N Paws was founded as an online community by dog lover Debbie Boyce in 2008. Since then, the volunteer pilots of Pilots N Paws have transported many thousands of animals to safety. Sooner than I knew it, we were there and ready to pick up the dog.
Is there a dog inside by any chance? No. Dalmation.
Our first plane ride. Did you have fun? After just a few minutes, we finally found Splash the Dalmatian, and we sat down with her foster moms, who helped her with one leg of her journey to safety.
She was actually pulled because she was due to be euthanized, and she's made the long journey down through several people have transported her down, and she came from Daytona yesterday.
South Carolina to Daytona?
Yeah.
Daytona to Orlando?
Yeah.
And she'll go from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale now?
Yeah.
Now that she's going to go to Fort Lauderdale, what happens to her then? Who's she going to in Fort Lauderdale?
She's going to Patty at Dalmation Rescue. They've found her a home already.
We were going to see if there was any way that we could keep her, because she is a great dog. Whoever gets this dog is going to be very, very lucky.
After our chat, it was time to load Splash back into the plane and head off towards Fort Lauderdale once again. Before I knew it, we were headed into Fort Lauderdale, and as soon as we landed, Splash got the red carpet treatment. There we met up with Patty Dane, director of Dalmation Rescue. She was thrilled to see Splash finally on the ground.
So how did you first hear about Splash?
I scan the internet and scan all the shelters in the United States, and if I can find rescues closer to those shelters that can take them, that's great. We all network together. But nobody was really speaking up for Splash when I found her at the Humane Society in South Carolina, and it was just one move after another until we were able to connect with Pilots N Paws. Splash is going to come into rescue, into her foster home, and she's going to be finishing up her vaccines and be put on her heartworm preventative and be spayed and made ready for adoption. She's an adorable puppy.
She's a beautiful dog.
And we're so glad we were able to save her life.
How can people get in touch with Pilots N Paws?
You go to pilotsnpaws.org, and you can peruse the board, or you can sign up and post. Anybody can post.
Without Pilots N Paws, it's unlikely that all of these great people would have been able to connect perfectly to find Splash a brand new home. Any general aviation pilot can sign up with Pilots N Paws, and their gasoline is tax deductible for any trip they make with Pilots N Paws. Splash is happy in her brand new home, and her new name is Abilene.
We made it!